Hello again folks, and welcome to another helping of Mr H's Hot Pot. You join Mrs H and myself back from refreshed from our holiday down in Emsby on the Easter break. Now I've had a little bit of a break from YouTube recently. The reason for that is I've been getting on with a few projects which I'll reveal in a couple of weeks time hopefully. But on to today's video, which is this striking little clock tower which is behind me. Now it's not just a clock tower. It was built to commemorate the soldiers who fell in the First World War. And I'm in the little village of Wheelton, which is just outside of Chorley. And the people of Wheelton decided, rather than build a cenotaph like many other villages and towns have done, and rightly so, they would build a clock tower instead. Now I can't really tell you much about it other than it was unveiled in 1922, which is sort of the period in between the wars, the interwar years. It was built out of local stone, and we're going to take a look at it now, because it's quite impressive really. There's a lot of work gone into it, quite a bit of detail. Above the door there we have a commemorative plaque, as you can see, to perpetuate the glorious memory of the men of Heapey and Wheelton who fell in the Great War 1914 to 1918. This is obviously sponsored by the Heritage Lottery Fund. Little plaque there on the door. Built in the Gothic style, and if we're around long enough we might actually hear it strike if it does the quarter, half and on the hour. Now obviously because this was built in 1922 they didn't know as the Second World War was going to come along, so they've had to do a little bit of work on it to put the names that have been added for the 1939-1945 war. As you can see there, it's been cut in and changed slightly. They've done a good job in getting that in though, you know, it doesn't look like it's been added. Makes a change from the usual cenotaphs. Obviously the light sensor at the back there, you can see on that louvered window. The idea of that's probably so it'll light up at night, the clock faces. This side's just a plain face. I should imagine this would have cost something back in the day to have been built. You know, to have been commissioned. Like I say, I don't know who designed it or anything like that. If anybody does know, please let us know in the comments below. You know, anybody local or happens to know more about it. Even on these sites that tell you about war graves and that, there's nothing about this other than when it was unveiled. Now as we can see there's a weather vane on the top there. I don't know if that's original, it looks pretty new that to me. I wonder if old Fred Dibner went up there, scaled it and put it up there. You never know, do you? Now you can see at the edge here on this guttering area, it's built like a church where it'll come out. And we're just coming up to 1:15 now, so we'll see if it does ring on the quarter of the hour, or whether these people here locally have got fed up of hearing it. Because we had that, didn't we, Mrs H, when we was in Germany? We was outside a church. I can't remember. Was it Munich? It was Munich, wasn't it?
Was 6 AM and 6 PM every day.
Yeah, it would. The bells would ring. The bells. But it does get annoying. But I suppose if you're local, it just drowns out. It's like living at the side of a railway, which I did once in my youth. And you don't feel it. You don't hear it the same. So who knows? Maybe this is the same. It's lovely. This is the way it's kept, though. This lawn and that. Obviously this will be part of some church, I should imagine.
Yeah.
You know,
it's in a nice little village though, isn't it? I mean...
Yeah, although there's just been a fella there complaining about slash car tyres, so even problems in small villages, but it's well kept, isn't it? No litter, nothing. Probably somebody's employed and this is just their job.
A nice job.
Yeah, just keeping this nice and thing. And it's used with a roller, look at stripes on that, like a football pitch. You almost feel as though you shouldn't be stood on the grass, don't you? Well, 1 minute to go, Mrs H. We'll see if it will ding dong.
Hope it does.
It's like a miniature Big Ben, isn't it? Little Ben. As I say, it was local stone quarried from Withnell, I believe, which is another village not far from here. Supposedly hard stone.
I can't believe it's not got any graffiti on it.
Well, it's good to see. It's good to see. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's going to go?
No. I'm not sure. It's not quite 1:15 yet, I don't think.
It's amazing what's hidden in these little villages, though. I found this just by looking for something else locally.
I don't think we're going to have bells at 1:15.
No, never mind. Never mind. Well, that's it, folks. It was just a quick little look around this clock tower, stroke war memorial. Hope you've enjoyed it and our little return. And we'll see you again for another hot pot. So until then, bye-bye for now.